There is a sound that echoes through tropical nights, a call that has accompanied life on this planet for millions of years. The song of the frog. Small, discreet, yet a symbol of transformation and resilience, the frog is one of the oldest and most fascinating creatures on Earth. It lives suspended between two worlds, water and land, a living bridge between past and present. Every leap, every breath, every metamorphosis tells the long story of evolution. The story of frogs began over 250 million years ago, long before the dinosaurs. In that remote era, the Earth was a warm, unstable world, covered by swamps and giant fern forests. It was there that the first amphibians emerged from the depths, beginning a new biological era, the conquest of dry land. The ancestors of frogs, the temnospondyli, were extraordinary pioneers. They developed limbs strong enough to support their bodies, primitive lungs, and skin capable of breathing. When dinosaurs ruled the planet, frogs were already there, hidden among damp leaves, silent witnesses of evolution. Over millennia, they survived mass extinctions, ice ages, and cataclysms, adapting to every climate. Today, over 7,000 species inhabit the Earth. From the peaks of the Andes to the jungles of Borneo, from Asian rice fields to Australian deserts. Each frog, in every corner of the planet, tells a millennia-old story of endurance and change. The frog is honestly a masterpiece of natural engineering. Its light muscular body is designed for jumping, agility, and survival. The hind legs, long and powerful, allow it to leap up to 20 times its own body length. Its skin, thin and permeable, serves as a second means of respiration. Through it, the frog absorbs oxygen and water, but also releases toxic substances to defend itself from predators. Some frogs, like the Dendrobatidae of the Amazon, secrete poisons so lethal that indigenous tribes still use them to coat their hunting arrows. But the skin is also a sensor. It perceives humidity, temperature, even vibrations. That is why frogs are considered perfect ecological indicators. Their health reflects the health of the environment they live in. No other animal embodies transformation like the frog. Its life begins in water, as a tiny transparent egg suspended in a gelatinous mass. From there emerges the tadpole, a creature completely different from the adult it will become. It has gills, a tail, and lives fully submerged in a liquid world. Then, slowly, under the invisible push of hormones, the miracle of metamorphosis occurs. The gills close, lungs develop, the tail is absorbed. The tadpole rises to the surface, breathes air, and becomes a frog. It is a biological rite that mirrors the spiritual transformation of every living being. The passage from shadow to light, from birth to becoming. Many ancient cultures from Egypt to Mesoamerica saw in the frog a symbol of rebirth and fertility, a bridge between life and death, between the water of the womb and the soil of existence. At night, when the moon reflects on the ponds, frogs create natural concerts that pulse like the heartbeat of the planet. Each species has its own call, a unique sound, a signal of love and identity. Males sing to attract females, but also to defend their territory. Some inflate their vocal sacs until they look like water balloons, amplifying a sound that can travel for hundreds of meters. In certain tropical forests, collective choruses create sound waves so powerful they can confuse predators. Frogs don't communicate only by voice, they use colors, postures, and even gestures. In Australia, some species living in noisy streams have developed a visual language. They wave their limbs in ritual movements to recognize each other through the roar of the water. Frogs live everywhere, but always in delicate balance between water and land. Some spend their lives among water lilies, and others burrow into the mud to survive droughts. The Australian Cyclorana platycephala, for instance, can lose up to 50% of its body water and hibernate underground for months, just waiting for the rain. Their longevity varies greatly. Small tropical frogs live only a few years, while large bullfrogs can exceed 10 to 15 years. In laboratories, some species have shown spatial memory and surprising learning abilities, signs of refined environmental intelligence. And yet today the song of frogs is fading. In recent decades, a silent wave of extinction has struck hundreds of species. The fungus Batrachochytrium dendrobatitis, a deadly disease that attacks their skin, has wiped out entire populations. Added to this are pollution, deforestation, pesticides, and climate change. Frogs are the canaries of our ecosystem. Their disappearance signals that something on the planet is breaking. Each time an amphibian chorus falls silent, the world loses a voice of its biodiversity, a breath of its natural balance. The frog is more than an animal, it is a living symbol of resilience and metamorphosis. In its double existence, half aquatic, half terrestrial, it contains the very story of life. Every leap is an act of faith in the continuity of the world, and every song is, well, a hymn to survival. When we observe it, we should remember that what beats within its small body is the same impulse that keeps us alive, the power to adapt, to change, to be reborn. In the humid silence of the forest, among leaves and water, the frog keeps singing, and in its song still vibrates the ancient breath of the